Excellent. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I don't know what time you're listening to me on this resource. I'm Dr. John Lukomona for the professional Gcses, and I want to bring you an orientation on how this program is going to work. Very important and very essential. I want you to track me closely and to follow me closely on what I'm going to discuss right here. The professional Gcses, I will explain how it's going to work. As you log in as a candidate, I want you to listen to this very, very carefully, because this is a part where I'm very excited, very delighted to be able to launch this program, unique in its nature, unique in its non-assessment, and unique in everything that it is arranged. Let me just take my watch off so I can track my time. I want to keep this to good time. Excellent. It's your first lesson. Timekeeping is very essential, and we want to make sure that we do a fabulous job on the Gcses. You're going to learn so many good skills. I'm going to translate this as well to some languages which I'm able to speak. Excellent. Okay, here we go. So, this professional Gcses is very unique. We've got the first elements or subjects included in this professional Gcses are as follows: mathematics, English, sciences with options, either biology, physics, or chemistry. You're gonna have to choose one of those. You can't do everything unless you've got more time and energy and more money to add on to your course. But originally, I want you to choose one of the options: biology, chemistry, or physics. That's very important to note. And then you're going to have entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, you're going to learn 3 modules in there. And those modules will be chosen on the day of the actual onboarding. Okay, onboarding means the time that you start learning. So it's very important to put in mind about that. Health and social care. These ones will be pre-selected for you. You'll have no choice of what modules to do. We'll give you these modules. And most likely, they're going to have elements of the care certificate, because the health and social care itself at level 2 and 3 has got so many credits to meet. But we have selected such that by the time you finish mathematics, English, sciences, entrepreneurship, health and social care, and ICT, I beg your pardon, ICT, you will have completed your professional Gcses. I'm excited. This is awesome. This is excellent. It's beautiful. And the duration of this course is 18 months. So in the first year, you complete certain modules of this. And in the second year, which will be half a year, you complete the rest of the modules. Now, this is where it becomes very exciting. How are you going to be assessed? Very important to note. As you go on the e-learning, your e-learning is your academy. Your e-learning is everything to you, which is the school account. Make sure you have the school account up and running. Make sure you get used to the school account. Make sure you understand how it works. Without you logging into a school account, you'll be missing out. You might even get a penalty for not logging in. Mind you, we break this course into what we call contact learning hours and directed learning hours. Your directed learning hours are very important. You can even exceed them. Now let me stay on the directed learning hours first of all, because for you, on the mode of study in this professional Gcses, as a matter of fact, you know that we are a distant learning college and university. What does it mean? It means you are learning far away from the United Kingdom in your home country. And the interface, the contact, the academy is your school account. Once you log in there, you start learning. Lessons are in the school account. Assignments are in the school account. Materials to read are in the school account. Uploading of your work is in the school account. Downloading is in the school account. Sending queries is in the school account. Everything is in there. It's all automated. That's why it's important. So that time you'll be learning by yourself. It's called directed learning hours. You are directed to go and learn those materials in your own time. When we say your own time, it means the time away from the lecture room. Okay. Now the contact learning hours are those hours your tutor, your lecturer has asked you to come in the classroom. And when we say classroom, it means the online virtual environment where you have interaction with your tutor. We can use Zoom, we can use Teams. There are so many platforms, but for the purpose of this course at this time, in 2022, we are using the Zoom environment because it's popular, many people know how to use it, and the tools in there are very good. It's interactive. You understand that? Thank you very much. So the contact learning hours are those hours you are going to be with your lecturer in the Zoom environment, interacting. Don't miss those lectures. The lectures will be sent forth in your own tutor groups, which you already belong to in WhatsApp. If you don't belong to one of these, please ask your team leader, the captain in the classroom to help you. Okay? Excellent. Now, how are we going to make sure that your learning is exciting and energetic and just something that you don't want to miss? This is how it's going to be. Okay? I beg your pardon. For the first 3 subjects, mathematics, English, and sciences, I want to talk about these 3, how they're going to run. Okay? You're going to have a certain number of hours to learn, which are broken into the contact learning hours, which I've just said, and directed learning hours. And this will become very clear in your timetable. Then you're going to have a number of assignments, which is coursework. This coursework will amount up to 60% of your work and your grade, which means you'll be given an assignment and a deadline will be given. After you submit by the deadline, your tutors or assessors are going to mark the work and give you feedback. They'll give you positive feedback and also areas where you need to improve. In that window, when you're given to improve, maybe a minimum of 2 weeks and a maximum of 4 weeks. Within that space of time, you must bring back your assignment for final submission. At that point in time, you can no longer be given feedback. So your work will be marked. If it passes, it adds up to the 60% of all the assignments that you're going to be given. So you must make sure your score is always very close to 60% or 60% itself. You understand? For every coursework that you do in the process, it is called formative assessment. You are being assessed as you go, and the feedback is given to you, and you understand where you went wrong and where you can go and make corrections. We want you to build skills of how to do things, quality skills. That is why our professional Gcses will be skill-based development. So you learn how to work. You could be in business, you could be doing anything, but you're working with people. You're serving people. Therefore, you must work to certain deadlines and quality. This is why I like the professional Gcses. This is important. I repeat, you're going to have a certain number of assignments. Each of these assignments will have a deadline. And if you submit by deadline, you'll be given feedback after your tutor or your assessor has marked the work. Then you'll have a chance to make corrections, if at all any. Then, after the feedback, it will be a final submission. Are you following me? Final submission. At final submission, there is no more feedback. All your marks adds up to 60% if you get everything well and good. Now you're saying, where is the 40%? Good question. The 40% will be written examinations. Now, written examinations could be a one-off summative, meaning at the end of the course, worth 40%, or in the year, according to the standardization of the college and the university, they may choose to break this 40% into 4, what we call minor written examinations. Each of these might be worth 10%, 10%, 10%. So 4 of these written examinations worth 10%, you must pass them so that your 40% can add up to 60% and you have 100% pass mark. You understand that? If you are in doubt, please do ask. It could be that in that particular year, according to standardization, the university and the college elect that one of the tasks assigned, one of the examination might be 30%, and the minor one with 10%. But we'll be on the lookout what decisions will be made. And you, Lord, you are the first people to experience the profession Gcses. You are pioneers. So we trust that as we go through these things, you also contribute in giving us feedback on how you found the course and how you find it running and what areas of improvement we can make. We are trying to make this so that you can also succeed at the highest level. In fact, I believe many people will come to this type of education. You are the pioneers. Okay. So we explain how mathematics, English, and sciences will be assessed and how they're going to run. Excellent. Any questions, do not hesitate to contact your personal tutor. Then they'll escalate if they can't answer all the questions. Okay, excellent. Now, what about entrepreneurship, health and social care, and ICT? How are they going to be assessed? These ones are 100% coursework with professional discussion and minor tasks on what we call the e-tasks. The e-tasks will be posted in the e-learning account. You'll be able to answer a number of questions repeatedly until you get them right. So for these ones, it is 100% coursework with professional discussion and e-tasks. And those tasks will be named and the marks will be put there. So each time you perform a task, each time you attend a professional discussion, each time you do your coursework, you will be given feedback. In particular, the coursework, there will be feedback submitted by a deadline, feedback given, and you can make corrections. When there's professional discussions, you will be monitored how you're contributing to the discussions. The e-tasks, these are automated. They will be self-assessing. They can instantly give you a feedback whether you've passed or failed. And it will give you a chance to redo, to have another attempt. Don't attempt immediately, because if you attempt so many times that you are allowed, you might be locked out and you find that you cannot pass that component. So it's very important for you to be on board on what we are going to do with you and with us in this course. So it's skill-oriented type of education. And I believe many of you, you'll be professors like myself. I'm so delighted to have you on board. So in short, this is how the program is going to run. And I want you to make sure you make the e-learning account your friend. Why do I say so? You have access 24/7. Whether there's lectures or no lectures, you can simply log in and go through the materials. We do monitor you. Admin, they log in, they can tell who did not log in and who logged in. That's very important. So we want you to at least 95% of your time you're logging in. And we can monitor that very easily. And in fact, your tutors, will inform you how they'll be rewarding you for logging in regularly, if at all, between you and the tutors. But I think if you miss logging in, you're missing learning. Okay, in summary, mathematics, English, and sciences, it is 60% coursework and 40% examination. Written examination. Written examination might be broken into 4 pieces, smaller, what we call minor exams, each of these 10%, and they'll be given to you throughout the year. Assignments, you'll be given a deadline, and if you submit by a deadline, you'll be given feedback, and areas of correction, you would note them down and you can resubmit at a final submission. After final submission, no more feedback. You get a final grade on the 60% coursework. Then a written exam, whatever you are obtaining in that year will be added together. And it's very difficult for anybody to fail this type of examination system. The entrepreneurship, health and social care, and ICT. These are 100% coursework with professional discussion and e-tasks. These are going to be online automated. Coursework, you're going to be producing certain things, and your tutor will give you feedback if you submit by the deadline. And then now you're going to submit a final submission, and the grade will be given to you. I trust that you have followed my discourse on how we're going to run this course. And it's going to be broken into contact hours and directed learning hours. I am yours, still present with you, Dr. John Lukomona, for the West Coast Open College and Lukomona John University. I hope you have a lovely time learning with us, where we say, earn as you learn and run into success. Thank you so much.